Alternate album title, I Love the Bus.
Yeah, I love the bus.
That's the next album. The sophomore.
The deluxe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. Ninajirachi here with us, coffee running. I mean, this is like interesting because it's a few days before the album has come out. We luckily got a little sneak peek so we get to properly talk about it. But for you, like having this project under wraps, I mean, I feel weird not being able to talk to anyone about it. It's not even my album. And it's like 3 days that I don't get to talk about it. How does that feel for you, having all of this like under wraps for so long?
It feels really random that people haven't heard it because I'm so but even this morning when you guys were like, oh, we've heard the album, I was like, oh, wow. I've just had some of this music for so long. I'm so happy with the music. I just can't wait for people to hear it at this point. I won't have it out now.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I know a lot of people, like, when it comes to releasing albums, that get to a point when it's released and they're like, I'm sick of these songs already. How is your relationship with the album and the songs? Are you still loving this?
Yeah, I am, honestly. I think also because some of the songs aren't, like, a lot of the songs I made this year, or I finished even just like 2 months ago, like finishing touches, you know what I mean? Like, so it still feels pretty fresh. I also haven't had a chance to make any new music since finishing it. So sometimes when you finish a project, you submit it and then you make all this new music and you're like, that's not even my newest stuff anymore.
Yeah.
But this still kind of is, at this point, timestamped like 3 days before it comes out. This is still my newest music.
Wow.
Yeah.
Would you ever believe that Kincumber to Gosford would be mentioned in a song ever?
No way.
Such a niche reference to like Sunny Coast.
Yeah.
And you put that in your song.
Yeah. At the time, I didn't have a mobile phone. I didn't have an iPhone. I had an iPod. So I would have to go, like, be at home and download and like cache YouTube videos, just how I'd listen to music. I'd have it all kind of pre-saved, and then the bus trip to school was an hour one way. So I would just listen to music and not really have anything else to do. And then my friend Zara, who's like one of my childhood best friends, I texted her being like, is it okay if I put your name in this? And she was super cool with it. She's still one of my best friends now. And yeah, we'd get on at similar points in the bus trip and then have the hour and we'd just kind of share headphones and listen to whatever.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
I want to talk about that time because there is like so many gorgeously like nostalgic parts of this album. Also the writing, I really wasn't expecting. Like I think when you listen to a Ninajirachi record, you're expecting like the production chops. But the writing is gorgeous.
Thank you.
Particularly on Sing Good.
Thank you.
I think that was my favorite song on the album.
Really?
How was that to write?
It took a long time.
Yeah.
Not because it was hard, just because it was kind of really passive. Like I never really sat down and wrote that song. I kind of mumbled I can't really sing good. Like at one point I thought that's an interesting idea. So I wrote it down and this was maybe like a year ago. And then I never really sat down and worked on the song. I just think of lyrics that went with it and over like a year kind of stockpiled them in this phone note. It was maybe only 2 or 3 months ago that I actually, like not even that long ago, that I actually sat down and I was like, I kind of need to record this. Like if this is going to make the album, I need to kind of get going on it. So I just had all of these lyrics and then just kind of Tetris them into a song that made sense and built the instrumental around it. So yeah, it took a long time, but not because it was hard. Like I wasn't slogging over it. It was just kind of happening passively until I sat down and mushed it together.
Speaking of Sing Good, it's kind of capturing that time when you're in high school, discovering your love of music for the first time, would you say?
Yeah, maybe like love of computer music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take us to that point where you first kind of discover EDM, because you have spoken about this as being such a pivotal moment in your life. What was that exact kind of, like, what did the bedroom look like? What was the music you were listening to? What were the websites you were on?
Yeah, well, I think like a really specific memory that I have that I will never forget was, okay, well, for context, like I was like a massive Lady Gaga fan when I was a kid, and I feel like, yeah, I feel like listening to her kind of maybe primed me to be into EDM, like you know what I mean? Because then once I heard kind of like those kind of beats without like a big voice in the front, it was just kind of, it felt like familiar and totally new. But this really specific memory I have was being in year 7 And I was about 12, and I used to like buy secondhand denim and like tie-dye it and stud it and like make little shorts and stuff.
The frayed bottoms.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And I was looking up how to tie-dye denim, and there was this tutorial, and in the background the song was the pop culture mashup by Madeon, and I just looked through the comments until I found out what the song was. And that was like without seeing the like viral like launchpad videos, just the music. And I was like, oh my God, what is this? This is like the best thing I've ever heard. And then I just got into him and looked up like artists like Madeon, and it just took me away, pretty much.
Also, I noticed you were featured quite a few times on The Needle Drop by Anthony Fantano. How does it feel to have like people like Anthony reacting to your music?
That was crazy, and I had no idea where he found it or like who sent it to him or anything like that. Someone just put it in my Discord server, like it's in the weekly track roundup, and I thought, oh, that was so cool, because I've been watching his YouTube for like 10 years, like at least. When I was like a teenager, it was just so much easier to like consume music criticism through like a video. It was like the first, I don't know, you know, I had like a teenage brain or whatever, like reading big walls of text was kind of hard. It was just so, I really liked his channel. So yeah, when I saw that was crazy. I really like just had no idea how he found it or didn't see it coming at all. It was really cool. Yeah, come, skip free.
There's already been so much excitement with these singles leading up to the album, but then the album artwork dropped, and so did, I'm assuming, everyone's jaw. Where the heck was that album artwork shot?
That was in my room in my house, which was, what? Yeah, no, it was so good that we did it like that, because I imagine if we had to like hire a studio and then get in and out and stuff, like it kind of took us a whole day to set up. And then it was good because we could, like the first iteration of it wasn't the same as like the final photo, so we could like set it up and then shoot it and then be like, oh, actually this part's empty or this looks weird, and change it and then shoot some more. And we had it set up for like 2 or 3 days. Like, so that's like, you know what I mean? If it was in a studio, we would have had to
take it down.
But I could just have this fucked messy room for a couple of days and no one cared. Like, it was great. And then it took us a whole day to pack down as well, so we could just really take our time. And we didn't know even that like what would kind of come out of it. We were just shooting a bunch of stuff and looked through the photos and we're like, okay, wait. This is it, I think.
I feel like this whole record, it gets into the good, the bad, the ugly of growing up online, and Infohazard is the ugly. Mm-hmm. For those who might not know, could you like take us to like to where that story, I guess, came from, or where that song came from?
Yeah. Well,
I think a lot of people, myself included, can relate to.
Yeah, that's what's so funny about a lot of songs on this album, or like things that I wrote about. Even what we were talking about before with the bus, is I just kind of wrote them about stuff that I'd experienced and wasn't really thinking about anyone else, and then putting them out and seeing people be like, oh, this happened to me. It's like, oh, like, I don't know, because when you're a kid, if everything feels like an original experience.
Yes.
But then now, it's
especially with the internet, because so much of it, you're kind of too young to realize what's going on. Mm-hmm. And it's not until you're older where you're like, oh, okay, everyone has seen things maybe when they were too young to see them.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. For me, it was, I was on the bus. Again, the bus, it feels like a place.
Growing theme here.
No, seriously, yeah, it's crazy.
Alternate album title, I Love the Bus.
Yeah,
I love the bus.
That's the next album. The sophomore.
That's the deluxe.
Yeah, no, I was on the bus and there was some boys who were a couple years older kind of like going through videos and like giggling and being like, guys, check this out, or even just like telling us about what they were watching. And I think I was like, I was 14, I said it in the song. And I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe that even exists, let alone there's like videos of it, let alone like you guys are watching that right now. And like, I don't know, it, I didn't really think about it too much at the time. I just remember thinking like, oh, that's crazy. And then I just would think about it every now and then, and just see other stuff, like, you know, you go on an app to check out what your friends are doing, or like what your favorite artists are posting, and then you're like, oh, like just there's some horrible like injury video or something,
Yeah.
something way worse than that. Like, you know what I mean? And you just, oh, hi. Pretty clever. Yeah, so I don't know. We had the song first. I wrote it with my friend Darcy Bayless, and originally this thing we started together was just this kind of ambient bed of chords and stuff, and then I was working on it on my own, and those lyrics kind of just like came out. And at first I didn't really know what it was about, and then I thought, oh, that's actually a interesting thing to write about. Maybe I haven't kind of like seen I'm sure other songs about that exist, but I haven't heard one, so that would be cool to have on there. And it worked with what I was kind of going for.
Yeah.
Album, so yeah.
Looking ahead now, I mean, not to look too far ahead because the album at this point isn't even out yet, but I am curious to know if you are someone who kind of, I don't know, manifests or like sets goals for the future. Like, do you have some idea of where you want to be and where you want Ninajirachi to be in another 10 years?
Oh, I find that so hard to answer because 10 years ago I would have had no idea what was going on now. I hope I just still love making albums because I don't know, I swear, like this is my first album and it's been so fun to make, and I swear I've read a lot of interviews where artists have said, oh, that was really demanding or hard, and this was demanding, but it was so fun. Like I just want to make another one now. So I hope in 10 years I've just made like maybe 10 more albums.
Yeah.
I hope people like them.
Album of the year.
Something like, I think I could do it if I really get to it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, an album a year.
And it is your first album. Before we let you go, what is one thing you want people to look out for, or that you're excited for the listeners to experience with this album?
On this album, it's really hard to give one thing. So I hope if for anyone who wants to listen to it, just play it from start to finish all the way through, because it's track listed really intentionally, and there's, I don't know if I can even give one thing. Like I don't want to be like, oh, check out track 5.
Yeah.
Because I think they're all really good and they're all pretty different. So yeah, it's not super long either. It's like 40 minutes. So if you're going to play it, I think play it from start to finish and you won't regret it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ninajirachi, thanks for taking some time to have a coffee with us.
Thanks for having a coffee with me.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, thank God we're on the decline now.
Yeah.
Amen. Whew. Do you know what was also genius? The little, I don't know what you would, if it's a full song or a little prelude or whatever before All I Am.
Oh, you like it?
God.
I got
That, as soon as I started, because I was like, I wonder what this song is going to be. And then as soon as I heard the All I Am come in, I thought,
redo.
I think they want more cinematic vibe.
Okay, so